I wrote a book one time, and I started out the chapter called Self Gone Missing. And it was the story of my son when he was about 2 years old or so. It was the 4th of July, and I can recall it very, very vividly. I'd put him down for his nap, and I was anticipating all the activities that afternoon. We were going to go out and watch the fireworks, go to the pool, do the picnic. I lived in this apartment complex. And I thought, man, Brad's been sleeping for a long time now. And he was at that age where he was starting to play hide and go seek, etc. And I mean, I just had a tiny little apartment. And I keep looking at my watch thinking, he's been asleep a long time. So I go in his room and I open the door and he's on his bed. So I'm like, that little rascal, he's under the bed. So I look under the bed and no Brad. And then I go, well, maybe he's in my room. So I go look in my room. I pull the shower curtain back. I'm like, surprise! And there's no Brad. So I go in the kitchen and thinking, well, how did he get the childproof locks off? And I'm looking in the cabinets, he's not there. And all of a sudden, my heart gets a little bit panicky because I'm going, Brad, and I'm talking this tiny little apartment. And there's a utility room, so I'm thinking, tell me he didn't, because I have a freezer in there, but it's got a lock on it, it's got everything else. I open the door, I look in the freezer, I look all in the utility room, Brad's not there. By this time, I feel like I'm about to have a full-on panic attack. I mean, that feeling of, where is my son? And I'm running into the living room, and because the living room, dining room are all kind of one room, and there's a sliding glass door. And I'm thinking, no way. And we live right at the pool. So the apartment complex, the balcony's on the first level, and it walks out to this like hill, and the pool's on the right. And sure enough, I look over, the door's open, and I'm going, no way, there's no way. Because it has the lock on the door, it has the pin in it, and it has the bar. Now I've got 3 different locks on this. And Brad somehow has managed to pull the pin out without me hearing it while I'm back in my bedroom folding laundry. Pull the pin out, take the bar off, and pull the lock down. And I think he's barely 2 years old, not even 2. So I'm screaming and I'm going, my baby, has anybody seen my baby? Has anybody seen him? And I'm just starting to have that absolute panic attack that every parent has, and there are people everywhere. And I look over the pool, and the pool is flooded. It's 4th of July at an apartment complex. I mean, it is flooded with people. They're throwing frisbees. I'm like, has anybody seen my baby, my baby? And I remember him having on this little tank top, and he had on his diapers, his little, underoos. No. And I'm running the pool, and I'm thinking, I start screaming to the lifeguard, hey, my baby's missing. Please. All I can imagine is he's got to be at the bottom of the pool. Somebody didn't see him. He doesn't know how to swim. And so they're looking, they're clearing the pool. No baby. I mean, I am just absolute in a panic, full mode now going, where is he? And I'm running all around the apartment complex. There's a little park that's kind of across the apartment complex is big, so there's the pool here, there's a road within the complex and a little park next door. I'm running all through that and screaming, does anybody see my baby? He's lost. I can't find him. And everybody's just ignoring me. They're going on with their world, their business, as if nothing is wrong. And that's some of the most frustrating problem when something so precious to you, so dear to you, is gone, it's missing, it's lost, and you can't find it. And the world just keeps going. People keep throwing their frisbees, eating their hot dogs, laughing, doing their barbecue, jumping back in the pool, and yet my world is falling apart. I'm like, where's my baby? Where is he gone? And finally, this lady goes, are you looking for a little baby? A little boy, I think. I said, yes. They go, and she says to me, oh, he's down there on the corner. I'm thinking, what do you mean he's down there on the corner? Because we lived on this pretty major intersection. It was Clopper Road in Maryland, and the road had cars whizzing by, and I'm running down there at the speed of light, just thinking, I've got to get to him. I mean, my heart's pounding out of my chest, and I finally get to the corner, and there's little Bradley. He's just standing there in his diaper, as if his whole world's okay. Oh yeah, Mom, I just did the Houdini on you. I just escaped. And he's standing there, cars are whizzing by, and I grab him up and I hold him so tight. And I feel every emotion. I run back home, and And I'm feeling guilt, shame, hurt, confusion, anger, grateful, you name it. I'm overwhelmed with it. So I put a plan in place and think, how can I make sure this never happens again? How can I never lose the most precious thing to me? And so I come up with a, indestructible plan of how to Katie bar that house and lock him in and make sure that that never happens, where my son never gets lost again. And it hit me like a ton of bricks after I processed and thought. And I thought about what it feels like to lose something, even for a moment, if it's just a short while, that's so dear and so precious to us. And then I thought how often we lose for a long time something that is the most valuable thing to us, and that is ourself. That we don't know our personal identity. And when you don't know who you are and you lose yourself, you'll live a false life. You'll live a life that pleases everyone but yourself. You'll live a life that tries to get acceptance from people that really don't care in the first place, or try to make your dead father or mother or ex-spouse or somebody approve and happy and accepting of you. And the fact of it is you've lost yourself. And when you lose yourself, it's difficult to have a real relationship with God. Because if the enemy ever wants to rob you of your destiny, then all he has to do is confuse your identity. So I challenge you today to begin to look and unapologetically you live to the true you, who you really are. If you say, I don't know who that is, then take time and stop just plowing through life and figure it out. Because the worst thing is self gone missing. When you don't know who you are, you can't really embrace who other people are in your life and who God is in your life.